What's up, my friends, and apparently my enemies this week? It's Team X once again. I've been having a lot of scrutiny recently. This week has been a little bit different. Did the video where I did like the interview, the mock interview. Thought it was gonna be fun. Thought people would like it. It was a little bit more serious than what I had first intended, but I got a lot of hate for it. I got a lot of people coming at me saying that it's funny. I love to listen to people's critiques. I love to take everything that people say and I consider the source obviously, but I also take consideration people's thoughts and feelings because I feel no matter where you are in life, somebody can give you advice that you can adhere to, and it might help your life out. Sometimes you don't. And it's funny because this week, maybe this whole month, it's been the last 4 weeks, I've had conflicting pieces of advice. Oh, you are a corporate shill. Oh, you are the opposite. It's good that you're critiquing both new zoo and old zoo. You don't talk about old zoo enough. You don't talk about new zoo enough. You're not positive enough. You don't have enough patience. I get it from all over. Oh, are you talking about me? Are you talking about this? So, no matter what I do, no matter what anyone does, really, I'm not going to make everyone happy. I appreciate those who come to me directly and say, hey, I have this issue with you. Maybe we could resolve it. But ultimately, I don't get paid to do this. I don't get paid by MetaZoo. I don't get monetization from YouTube to do these videos. I do it because I think that they'll help people and I think it's fun. And I like to talk about things that I'm into. If you don't like me for who I am, I don't care. Don't watch me. If you like my videos and think that this is helpful, I appreciate you and I'm glad that you spend your time with me. That being said, let's go over the week in review of MetaZoo. Week started off with the MetaZoo Monday. That was actually pretty good. They had the Headless Horseman reveal that kind of showed a lot about the gameplay. This talks about future things, but there wasn't a lot of concrete ideas. It was just more of a get together. And it was a cool get together. Speaking of get togethers, we have on Quote was part of the last get together of something like that for Quote. Quote ended its production. It's not production, but it's the sale of the bankruptcy items. It ended this week, and I just got my stuff today. Uh, in Quote fashion, I ordered some blind bag shirts, and some of them were the sealed or opened up. So it is what it is. It's ended with the same way it started. But Quote's over. I'm curious to see what long term effects I'll have on MetaZoo as a community and all that. What else did we do this week? Get-togethers. So on Whatnot, some people have been stepping up. I see MetaZoo crew who had a great stream today. Today's Saturday. I'm doing this a day early, so if anything happens on Sunday, I guess I missed it because I got baseball and I got other things to do. So I'm doing it a day early. I did a video, an interview video, just like a fake video saying that, hey, I'm trying out for a job in MetaZoo. I did speak with people from MetaZoo a couple times this week, so I hope that there are some things in the future that will be helpful. That something will come out of it. What else we got going on? We had a loss in the community, not somebody dying or anything, but Frostbite Labs had ended his get-togethers. He had the Rip and Chills, really cool. Those are probably my favorite times in recent times of MetaZoo, where people get together and rip and just talk, and it'll go on for a couple hours. He's ended those, and then soon after that, he announced that he's no longer going to be doing videos, that he's kind of out of the zoo and the hobby. So I'm going to miss you, buddy. You're really important to me. I know we disagreed on a lot of stuff. I know that whenever I critique old zoo, which there's plenty of things to critique about, that that would upset you, and I'm sorry that upset you. It is what it is. I critique new zoo just as hard as I did old zoo, and I will continue to talk about new zoo as openly as that. I I just hope the best for you. I hope that we can remain friends. I hope that anyone who listens to my channel knows that I'm trying to be. Sometimes I'm trying to be humorous. Sometimes I go overboard on that. Sometimes a little arrogant on things. Honestly, there's a lot of things I talk about that if people had listened to, they would have saved money. They would have saved hardship. They would have saved themselves some grief. So I get kind of in my own way about things because I feel like a lot of people don't listen when they could listen and it could just help people. So yeah, I know what I am, and if people can't accept me for that, it is what it is. But I appreciate you, Frostbite, for all the contributions that you had to the community. You're a real dude, and I hope that you find something that you love in the future. And I hope anyone who is thinking about leaving or who now that quote's over is like, hey, I don't have anything to do now. Hope you find other things to do. There's other TCGs. There's Escape Lands that just is coming out with Kickstarter. I did a video about that this week. There's OpenZoo, which Noah said, hey, you're not doing enough about OpenZoo. I would love to talk about old play of games. Old MetaZoo is my favorite card game of all time. And I opened up a Discord for Old Zoo Play. But nobody's playing right now, so it's hard for me to promote something that's not really active. But if I did do a video on on OpenZoo, where they made new cards that are playable in the sets. They also took what would be unreleased cards and put art to them so they can play those cards moving forward. If that's your thing, please join that group. I, that is a video that I did as a short, and I linked the Discord. So yeah, that is a great place. I'm part of it. Again, I don't see a lot of activity there, so I haven't joined in as much as I would like to, but I would love to see people print out those cards and play with them and move forward. And I hope that that would bring more livelihood to the old zoo. I'm not going to focus on old zoo because there's not enough there. There's not enough people. I've had to almost literally pull teeth. I've done many events of old zoo. I've tried to change the rules of Old Zoo to make it more streamlined, easier to access. I've done so much to try to bring people to Old Zoo to be able to play because I love the game. Order to take make money for a charity. I've done so many things, and it just at this point it's too hard to get that group of people together. No, I don't consider myself a leader in MetaZoo. I'm just a person that's enjoying it with my friends and trying to make something of it. So here I am. So besides Frostbite leaving, we had Tokyo K, KBDX Tokyo return after a long hiatus. He has some personal issues. He's back in the game. He's looking to be back in the zoo. He did a very controversial video. I hope it brings more eyes to zoo. I don't think I didn't want to critique it, but I'm already on board with it. I appreciate the enthusiasm. I appreciate how involved and passionate that he is with MetaZoo. But I don't think the best thing you should do is say, "Look how close it is to Pokemon." It's Pokemon, isn't it? It's I don't think that people are going to be like, "Oh my God, it's similar to Pokemon. Let's hop on board." I don't. That's not a good selling point, I think, for me. But maybe I'm wrong. And he says that within 2 years, that new MetaZoo is going to be huge, and that old sets are going to be highly desirable. Friend of the channel, if you've watched any of my videos, I always said that there's no guarantee, even if new MetaZoo is $1 trillion company one day. Doesn't mean that old zoo products will move at all. I've seen that happen with other products, other companies. If you look at Dragon Ball Z is a $1 billion franchise. Those score cards for Dragon Ball Z, the majority of them aren't worth anything. And it wasn't like super highly printed. It wasn't this enormous game that millions of people were playing. It was a small card game. It was a really cool card game, and you can get decks really cheap. You can get a lot of cards really cheap, and that's way bigger than, in my opinion, MetaZoo will be. Not to say that MetaZoo won't be huge. I don't know. I can't tell the future. I'm looking at it today. It's not huge. It's just a card game. It's just a card game that I enjoy, and it's cards that I like, and It's things that my friends are into and my daughter's into. More important than my friends, honestly. So 2 years, mark it down, October 3rd, 2027. If MetaZoo is a huge deal, $1 billion company, multi-million dollar company, I will buy KBDX Tokyo dinner and drinks. So I hope that it gets to that point for all of our sakes, right? We wanted to see it huge. We want to see it successful. We want to, or I mean, most people, I wouldn't say everybody does, but I think most people who watch my channel want to see it big. And and also KBDX Tokyo, kind of attacked all the content creators. He said we're doing this wrong. He knows what's best. He knows what's going on. He's has the view, and I appreciate him having that knowledge and wanting to share that with the world. And I hope that it works out for all of us. I just think that I need to speak to my audience. I'm not speaking to the mass majority. I'm not going to hype people up, especially with false information or information that's not verified or theories or anything like that. That's not me. I will be me on the channel, just saying I like the cars. They're shiny. I like collecting, and I like playing the game, and it's cool. It's fun. That's it. That's as far as I'm going with it. I'm not going to be the next Argos. I will not be the next person that's going to hype it just to hype it. I'm not going to be a corporate shill. None of that stuff. I'm always going to be me, and that's what you get. That's the theme of the video, I guess. All right, what else happened this week? We had some spoilers. Another spoiler that Anonymous Bob put out. The spoiler was for, I forget the card, but it's like a shadow. There's like a small figure. I'll probably use the art for the background for this if I can't mock up a KBX Tokyo like screaming at the world kind of thing. I'll put the artwork instead. It's like a little character, and the shadows have there's a light from behind him. You cast a shadow, and the shadows are of Mothman, of Bunny Man, other characters too. I'm not sure everyone. It just looks like there's some kind of witch, and the artwork is really cool. I really like that. The moth just looks really cool on that. I want to get a Mothman tattoo. I've been a fan of Mothman before MetaZoo existed. I've been a fan of Mothman since, man, over 10 years, 15 years now. When I think when I really got into it was when Fallout was big. Is like when I was really like when Fallout 76 came out, that was really cool because it was like Mothman, cultists, and stuff like that. It kind of brought back to Mothman a lot. But I was just a fan of it for a long time, and I just love to see that there's all these other creatures and folklore that come out, especially when you play these RPGs like New Vegas and just a lot of these video games feature a lot of these creatures, and I had no idea it was a Toad Man and a frog man and all this. And I mean, I'm a frog enthusiast. Saw a tree frog this morning, and it made my whole day. That's how the type of person I am. So yeah, love the card. It also introduced the hexed dynamic that's happening in the new set. The Secret Shadows is coming out sometime between now and the end of the year, hopefully. So I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see what the Hex is going to do. I can't wait to see what Banish is going to do. I can't wait to see what kind of new tools that they're going to have in the game, because with Headless Horseman being able to play all your tools at once, that is going to, you're obviously going to have to introduce more, that mechanic, more tools into the game so that you can use that card for that mechanic, because it's a 10 cost. You're gonna have to do it as an end game kind of play. So that must be the win con. You get your 10 auras, use them, get in the Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman plays all your tools. You play the tools in every lane, and then you get your jackpot of mission points. You win the game. If that's hieroglyphics to you, I implore you to look into the new MetaZoo game. It's fun. I enjoyed it. Everybody at Legends Con in Philly, it was a week or two ago. They all loved it. They had no complaints about it, which is odd for for this genre to play games with somebody and there was no complaints. I had one person that was really aggressive, and I thought, oh man, there's no way I'm gonna win this person over. And at the end, they bought two or four booster boxes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I I was surprised. I mean, he could kick my butt during the game too. So I mean, at some point I knew like, hey, this guy's like, he knows what he's doing. But I was surprised to see how much he liked it, given that the feedback he was giving me was like, so I could do this. You mean so? Why would I do that? And I'm like, whoa, buddy, like chill. And yeah, then he was just really inquisitive. He was really, you could see the passion in his eyes playing the game that it was winning him over. I haven't seen that in a long time, so it was good to see that. It kind of carried me through this like enthusiastic motion until this week, where I got a lot of hate from a lot of people. so the world balances itself out. I think that's everything. I talked for a lot today. Yeah, I got my last stuff a quote. I'm super busy this week. New York City Comic Con is next weekend. I have a whole box of books I got to do by then. And then they put Baltimore Comic Con the week after. So I'm going to be in New York City Comic Con. And I'm going to wink at the camera when I say that, because there's something that might be happening there. So stay tuned to the channel. And then Baltimore Comic Con's coming up. I got a couple more local cons coming after that. But those are my two biggest ones of the year. It's going to be a lot of work to get to that point, to get all my books done, to be able to get them signed, get them graded, and all that. So it's gonna be a long week. And work is kicking my butt. It's been tremendously terrible at work. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the week. How's this week going? I would say it's all right. It's almost a meh. It's all right. The two spoilers I say really saved the week. I'd say KBDX Tokyo's video made a lot of people talk. I think that Frostbite Labs leaving brought it down. Try to cheer him up. I did a video where I was dancing to one of his songs. I sent it to him, and it was a private video, and I hope that made up for what he's going through. I don't know what he's going through, but I hope that it made him happy. Vested, he's a cool dude. He's sending me some rare stuff from a quote auction that he got. Thank you, Vested. Talking to other people, and I think Smoking Them Grits to talk to today. Had a great conversation with him. Had a great conversation with Noah. Came at me, came out my neck. I think we respect each other a lot more now. I appreciate when people come to me directly, and rather than having misconceptions or having, they are presuming a lot about me. I'd rather them come directly to me. Again, I don't make money off of these. I do these for fun. I do this in my spare time. So treat me like a decent human being, please. Treat each other like decent human beings. That's part of the be nice to each other. If I came across like I'm talking down to people, that's on me, and I'll try to work on that. But I hope that everyone stays cool, because you're already cool. You don't have to be cool. You stay cool. You do good, because we need to do good. Everybody needs to do good and be nice to each other. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, even if you're a troll, even if you put comments that are nasty to me, even if you hit up my DMs and call me all kinds of names. I appreciate the time that you give to me to show that I exist, that I matter in this world. And I appreciate that. Peace.